Malik, shall we start, please? Okay. We go to trading blocks, chapter 39. We talk about trading blocks. We're talking about group of countries that are within the same region and are enjoying free trade. That's what we mean by trading block. Do you get the point I made here? Group of countries that are within the same region and are enjoying
North Africa.
Yeah, the North Africa, like Libya, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, they are enjoying free trade. That's what we call trading block. So we go down this.
But this is not the case in real life.
In real life?
Yeah, in North Africa. There's like too many things complicated.
You want me to kick you out, huh? Yeah, I will. Yes, I will. That's the point. You don't speak Arabic in the class, I said already. All right, so what is a trading block? The world is generally divided into a number of trading blocks. These are groups of countries situated in the same region that join together to form a free trade area. So within this group or within these countries, there is no barrier to entry. There's no the boundary is open for them. That's what it means. So this means that trade between all the members will be completely free of tariffs, quotas, and other forms of trade barriers. It is also common for trading blocks to have a common tariff for imports from non-members. However, not all trading blocks are the same. They may differ in size and nature. What are the differences we see in them? One, preferential trading areas, PTAs. This type of arrangement means that the members agree to move trade barriers on a range of goods and services. So not all trade barriers will be, not all free trades are the same. There are some that we call preferential trading areas. So here, there are certain goods and services that will allow or that will take barriers away from. That's what we call preferential, like preferential treatment. So not everything that you're going to bring into our country we're going to accept. But there are some things you bring into our country that we will accept in terms of free trade. That is what preferential trading areas is. Do you get the point? Free trade areas. Trade between members of an FTA is completely free of trade barriers. However, members are allowed to impose trade restrictions on non-members. For the free trade areas, between the members, they allow it. But when it comes to other countries that are not part of the trade bloc, they might restrict them. So you decide. We are in the same trading bloc, yes. But I won't decide for you to stop other countries from coming to your country. This is on you to do or not to do. Do you get the point I'm making there?
Yeah.
The trading blocks, they accept each other, fine. But they can't stop. Each country has its own rules, laws that it can impose in terms of international trade, which is not involving other trading blocks. Custom unions. These are similar to FTAs, but members of a custom union impose a common set of trade barriers on non-members. This means that products imported by one member can be sold and transported to other members in the union. So for custom unions, that means we are using the same custom procedures. So whatever I buy from you, you can sell to me. I might not be able to buy from your country because your country is not selling to me. But in as much as the members of the trading bloc buys, we can buy from the members of the trading bloc. Okay. Do you get the logic? Directly, we cannot, okay, let's assume Libya cannot buy from Turkey, just assumption. But Libya is in the trading bloc with Morocco, Egypt, and Tunisia. Tunisia can buy from Turkey.
Oh, then you buy it from.
You buy from. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right. Common market. These operates like custom union, but also allow the free movement of labor and capital between member countries. For the common market, it does not only talk about goods, it talks about even services and people moving around. Like the Egyptians are working in Libya. The government of Libya allows the Egyptians to work here.
Egyptian labor.
Yeah, is it clear? Is it clear, please? Economic unions. These are the government or the members, like the Economic Community of West African States. The unions, these are most developed types of trade blocks. Economic unions adopt the arrangement of common markets and custom unions, but also aim for even more integration. For example, members are likely to adopt closer economic, political, and cultural ties. The Gulf Cooperation Council is an example. It is member states of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi, United Arab Emirates. These are Gulf countries. They call them the Gulf countries.
Yeah.
We have the economic of West African states, ECOWAS. These countries from West Africa, they are trading blocks. So free trade can come between West Africa. Like if I want to go to Ghana, I don't need a visa to go to Ghana because I have an ECOWAS passport. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So free movement between countries is part of what we're talking about here. So because you are part of the economic union, it gives you movement not only for goods and services, even for people. Maybe the Libyans could go to Tunisia without a visa. Just an example. I don't know, maybe yes or no. Can the Libyans go to Tunisia without visa?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. Is it clear?
Yes.
So what are the impacts of trading blocks on member states? So what are the importance of having a trading block? The first one. You have to say trading blocks provide many benefits to their members. Belonging to a trading block brings much the same benefit as those that result from free trade anywhere. If members of the bloc abolish all trade barriers, goods will be cheaper and there will be more consumer choice and faster economic growth. So here, let me quickly talk about these things. When you are part of the trading block, when you are part of the members of the trading block, it gives you opportunity to choose from different countries to buy from, because you have opportunity. There's free trade, there's free movement of goods and services. So it's for you to just buy from. Maybe you feel like buying from Morocco, you buy. If you feel like buying from Tunisia, you buy, because you are within the same trading block.
Yeah.
So you have more choice to make. As a result of that, goods and services become cheaper. That is the point that I'm making there. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So firms are able to also exploit economies of scale because they will always operate on a larger scale, because each member would have his own specialization. So maybe Libya has petroleum, maybe Morocco has aluminium. So Morocco will be producing aluminium on a larger base, on a large scale. Libya will be producing petroleum on a large scale. So that means Morocco can exploit economies of scale. Libya can also exploit economies of scale based on its own concentration, which is specialization. It is argued that the formation of trading bloc invites FDI. This may be because foreign firms are keen to locate operations within a trading bloc to get access to a larger and barrier-free market. This was the case in Mexico, where FDI more than doubled the year after it joined NAFTA. So when we talk about foreign direct investment, the point I'm making is that as soon as there's trading bloc, businesses try to settle. Foreign businesses try to settle in those countries to be able to enjoy the trading bloc. What I'm saying is this: if we have Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, and which other countries are around here?
Algeria.
Algeria, okay. Okay, maybe. So all these countries, let's say they have the same trading bloc. They are within the same trading bloc. So a company from America would set up in Libya to be able to have access to all the trading blocks, because they will be able to transport to move their products from Libya to any of the trading blocks.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? So instead of American companies to be paying taxes based on importation, they won't pay. The only tax they pay now is to the Libyan government. And these goods will be able to reach all the regions without them paying anything. That is the argument here. It encourages foreign direct investment, but it is of no good for local businesses and the government of each country, because they won't be able to make revenue through them. Do you get the point or not?
Yes.
The formation of trading blocks should result in a closer cooperation between members. For example, countries may share resources, help each other out, and introduce common standards, laws, and customs. Studies have shown that trade blocks can reduce cross-border conflicts, promote peace, and achieve substantial social and economic gains. For example, Argentina and Brazil have used the Southern Common Market to end their historic rivalry. So with trading bloc, the point about here is that trading bloc allows countries to cooperate. Then they can move together, they can share things, they can even use the same laws, the same custom, the same ways of doing things. So it reduces conflicts between countries.
Yeah.
Do you get what we're talking about here? Is it clear or not?
Yeah.
What are the problems with trading blocks? Unfortunately, members of trade blocks does have some disadvantages. Indeed, in June 2016, the UK voted to leave the EU. That's Brexit. You know, you hear Brexit, right? Brexit, British exit.
Yeah.
So the UK voters decided that the disadvantage of belonging to the EU were greater than the advantages. Those in favor of worldwide free trade generally oppose trading blocks. By their nature, trading blocks encourage regional as opposed to global free trade. However, there is no real agreement as to whether regional trade blocks result in less free trade in the world or encourage further globalization. There is a difference between globalization and regionalization. What the argument here is that trading bloc encourages regionalization, not globalization. Why is it not globalization? If it is globalization, it means it's free for all, not just the Islamic countries, not just the Gulf countries.
Yeah.
It's free for all. But here, the trading bloc is talking about a certain region. So that is the argument against trading bloc. Do you get the point I'm making here?
Yeah.
Trading bloc does not allow, it does not really allow globalization. It is about the region. It gives opportunity to the regions, not globalization. Do you get the point there?
Yeah.
So one problem with belonging to a trade bloc is the financial cost to the government and therefore the taxpayers. For example, in 2015, the UK made a net contribution of 8,500 millions to the EU. Figure shows that the money paid to the EU each year, the money it gets back, and the UK's net contribution between that amount. It is also possible. Okay, the problem is that you pay so much and get little. That is the point. So government will pay so much because you are part of the members of the like the UK, they are part of the members of the European Union. So they pay so much in terms of contribution, but they get less from the European Union. So what's the benefit of being there?
That's why they did.
That's why they are talking about Brexit. Is it clear?
Yeah.
It's also possible for firms within a trading bloc to merge and become too powerful. This may result in the formation of regional monopolies that might exploit consumers in the bloc.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? Businesses within the same businesses within that bloc, because they can have access to each other, they can merge. And as soon as they merge, they become so powerful, putting consumers within that bloc into vulnerability.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? Countries may start to rely too heavily on trade within the bloc. This would make them more vulnerable to change in prices and demand patterns within the bloc. They may also miss, yes, countries rely too heavily within the region. So we rely on Tunisia to give us those things. Tunisia rely on us to get those things. So that means without Tunisia, we don't get it. That means without Libya, we don't get it. So we rely heavily, and this makes us vulnerable. Interdependence, yeah. And the last one they said they may also miss out on opportunities in other world markets. Yes, because it is regional thing. It doesn't give them opportunity to see things globally. So what you are exposed to are those things within your bloc. You are not exposed to things outside your bloc, which is globalization.
Yeah.
Is it clear? So we go down, please. The impact of trading blocks on non-member states. Are we together? Are we together, please? Countries that do not belong to a trading bloc, to trading blocks, will face common trade barriers when selling goods to any member inside the bloc. They will obviously be at a disadvantage and may be forced to find new markets. However, it's still not clear whether non-members will suffer in the long run. For example, since joining the EU, the UK has reduced trade with some members of the British Commonwealth. However, there's little evidence, if any suggests that these nations have suffered as a result. So the impact of trading blocks on non-members is this. For non-members, they won't have opportunity to buy goods or services from the trading bloc. That means there's trade barriers for them. So there's restriction for them.
Yeah.
So that is the impact to non-members. Because you are a non-member, you don't have the same opportunity as those that are within the trading bloc has. Or have, sorry. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So go to examples of trading blocks. We have the NAFTA, which is the North American Free Trade Agreement. It's just examples. We have the ASEAN with the Association of Southeastern Asian Nations. These are different trading blocks. We don't need them, just about examples.
Yeah.
Any question about that? We don't have. Go on to the question.
Well,
Which of the following is the benefit of a trading block? Benefit. What's the benefit?
what?
Inflation will grow.
Inflation.
More
More foreign direct investment.
Yeah.
That's an advantage. It's attracted, yes. Question 2. Which of the following statements about trading block is true?
B, countries that do not
Countries that do not belong to the bloc will face trade barriers. Thank you.